get that with my chair reclined back. There we go. Alright. Another video. Now this is a word of advice that hopefully my grandkids, all of them, will take seriously. Hopefully my children will start installing it into their children more so. Look, you never know. Now, me and Grandma, we've always been squirrels. When I say squirrels, I'm talking about someone that squirrels stuff away. We have a food stash, an ammunition stash, survival stuff, fire starters. We have what we call bug out bags. That's backpacks that she has one and I have one that has survival gear in it. Shovel, knife, dishes, cookware, fishing line, ammunition for whatever pistol we're going to be taking with us. And each one will have their own. Different survival skills, fire starters. Now, I've been around long enough, and the way I grew up, I don't need a lot of training for it. Yeah, I could still use some in my old age, pressure courses and whatnot. But I would like to tell y'all, while you have a chance, try and get this shirt comfortable. It's uncomfortable as all get out. While you have a chance, you need to be learning your survival skills. Is that crooked? No, it just feels weird. Learn how to start a fire. Get yourself a fire starter. Learn how they did it before they had fire starters. Learn stuff that you can pass along to your children. Learn the basics about eating, trapping, hunting. There's a series out now, a lot of fake in it, but it does prove a point. It's called Naked and Afraid. And it's where they take two people, male and a female, that don't know each other. They strip them naked, and they give them like one survival item, and it's usually either a fire starter and or a knife that people take. Sometimes there's other stuff. And these people try to survive for 21 days, 60 days, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, there's a lot of it that's really fake, but it does point out how so many people today don't know how to survive at all. So I would suggest that all of y'all prepare yourselves in case it comes to a point where you don't have the amenities that we have today. You don't have the electricity, the automatic heaters and coolers, and you don't have a store to get your victuals at. So I would suggest you learn about survival. Learn how to get a fire started, with and without a starter fire. Learn how to build a shelter, even the most basic. Because if you know your basics enough to survive, as you're out there, you're going to learn and adapt. You're going to build your first shelter that ain't going to be very impressive, but it keeps the weather off of you. Well, if you have to stay out there, you'll start building a better one, you know, or else you'll just continue building just quickies because you're on the move. Learn basics about hunting. Learn how to use a bow and arrow. Learn how the Indians used to make one. You know, try to take one with you with hunting arrows. Learn your basics about guns and gun safety and how to shoot. Learn about how to kill the critters, different animals to eat. Learn how to hunt. Learn how to be hunting for more than that. Learn how to hunt for the plants. How to tell what's a good plant, what's a bad plant. And all that stuff is readily available right now for my grandkids to be learning if they will apply it. And then they need to make sure they teach it to their children so that at least our family can survive. And yeah, I realize there's more than my family watching this. Well, so your family can survive. The problem with it is there's so many people that won't take it serious. They won't learn it. They're thinking I'm a foolish old man. And then when the time comes and they need it, then they're really screwed. What else you gonna do with your time? Watch YouTubes? Watch TV? Play games? Why don't you prepare yourself? Why don't you go ahead now and buy you some heirloom plants? The difference between a lot of your modern plants you buy at the stores and heirloom is the ones that you buy have been modified and bred to do certain things to make this pretty fruit, vegetable, whatever, but it does not reproduce. And if it does, it's some ugly, unfit worth produce that it puts off. If you get heirloom, and yeah, that sounds like heirloom. That ain't how it's spelled, but that's how it sounds. If you get those, raise your tomatoes, cucumbers, whatever, pumpkins, whatever you're raising. Now those, you can learn how to dry the seeds and preserve the seeds, so now you have the seeds for next year. That might not sound important, except what do you do when it does hit the fan and all of society is gone and all you have is you and there's not a place to go buy those plants? If you start the heirloom, even if it's only in a hobby garden with a couple plants of each, at least you will have them. If you'll start learning when you need to know, you'll already know how to take care of these plants, how to preserve the seeds and everything else. But at least do 2 of each kind of plant, because male and female, remember that conversation? So now not only are you learning a very valuable lesson, you are having some seeds that you'll be able to use in the future, and you are producing something for you to eat now to cut back on that bill, plus it's better for you. Now with saying that, learn a little bit how to preserve them vegetables and whatever you're producing. There's a whole lot of them. Root vegetables, we'll call them. Onions, potatoes, beets. Things that what you're going to harvest is underground. Those you can take out. Never wash them. Don't wash them. Those you can hang in a root cellar, which is a hole in the ground. If you hang them down there, they last a lot longer, where they're at one decent temperature, one consistent temperature. But learn how to do this stuff. Learn how to harvest that meat, the wild animals. Learn how to process it, cut it up, cook it. Educate yourself. And yes, I've been telling people this for quite a while. They just don't listen. That's why I say a lot of people watch this and blow me off. A lot of them would barely get into it, and they're going to exit video because they don't want to hear it. Well, hopefully you're one that wants to hear it and you'll actually do it. Hopefully the ones that now have availability to the internet and all the knowledge that's out here, you can start checking it out on the internet and on YouTube and start learning how to do it. Learn which YouTubes and whatever is BS and which ones are helpful. Start teaching yourself how to do this stuff, then make it a point to teach it to your kids. The way I see the world going right now, it's going to get pretty damn rough. Yeah, I know we're all hoping to get Trump in. That's a man running for president. And he's going to save America and make it great again. Well, he's only going to be there for 4 years. What about after that? And with the way the powers to be in our government right now and around the world, we're still headed downhill. You might find a saving grace for just a short period, but overall, mankind's headed for a downfall. And you ought to prepare yourself for it. You really should. You should get them heirloom plants. Start growing seeds and grow a lot more than you need. Put back more seeds than you'll ever need. Because you might have to share it with other people. You might have put in a community garden. You might start a garden here and it just gets going, and for some reason you got to skedaddle and go somewhere else. You need more seeds to start growing over there and somewhere else. You need to think of these things. Learn how to survive. Go out and practice it. Learn how to handle your weapons, your knife, your bow and arrow, a crossbow if you can still get one, a gun, a fishing rod, fishing pole. Learn how to clean the fish. Learn how to smoke your meat. Learn how to build you a little teepee, wrap it with something, even if it's only branches and leaves, and build a fire in there, a low fire with a lot of smoke, and learn how to hang your meats up and smoke it. You know? Have you a big stash of salt somewhere, because salt's very important. You can do a lot with salt, and it can save your life. So see about having you some salt stashed away. Couple 5-gallon buckets, you know? But learn how. Teach yourself. Be ready to survive. I'm just so afraid this is falling on deaf ears. I really am. But I hope if only 1 or 2 people heed my advice and do what I'm saying, it's worth my time and effort. If only one does. Especially if it's part of my family. It's just something I wanted to throw in there. So, we'll see what I talk to you about next time. Maybe I can find my fire starter and show you a little bit about starting a fire. Maybe I'll try that. See if I can put it together around here. Remember, my health ain't that good, so no promises. With that, I'm going to remind you, like always, God loves you. So do I. He's ready to help you. I'm trying to. Y'all need to reach your hand out to him and take his hand. And you need to heed my advice and try doing some of it. With that, I'm going to wish you good luck. Wherever you're at, whatever time it is, whatever year it is, I'm going to wish you luck. Godspeed to you. Bye.